Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Bearded Lumber. I appreciate you tuning in. Got something a little different here today, and you know, Matthew and I saw not every day, but we try to saw every day. If we're not sawing, we're doing something related to sawing. But this is even unusual for us. I got a return customer, many returns. He's a woodworker, framer, carpenter, you know, a little bit, but mostly woodworker. Does a lot of shop work. Had a buddy of his that's building a house, timber frame, and they got done and getting ready to clean up. Let's go throw all this away. And he said, no, I'll take that. So he gathered all this up off a timber frame job and brought it to me to resaw. And we have got West Coast cedar, Douglas fir, some ponderosa pine, random widths, thicknesses, you know, it's just whatever. That one's like a 5.5 by 7.5. Looks like a 7 by 7 beam. Over here, there's some wider stuff. And it varies from length from 4 feet to 10, 11 foot long. He just wants us to resaw it. So hang on, we'll be right back. We'll talk a little more about it. Okay, thanks for hanging in there, guys. Customer dropped this off. I had to help him get it off the trailer. He loaded it all by himself, so he didn't mind a little help. And I asked him what he wanted to do with it. He started telling me this, I want to do this. I said, wait a minute, let me make it real simple for you. He wanted 5/4 and 4/4, or 5/4 and 8/4. I said, you take that can of paint out there, and I said, anything you want 2 inches out of, you paint the end of it purple, and I left him to it. I was not going to write this down, try to keep up with it. And he was trying to figure it out on the fly anyway. So I just left him out there with it with the paint can. And just about this whole pile ends up going to be 8/4 stuff. And then all that over there is going to be 4/4. Or actually, he called me back the other day, you want to change it to 5/4. But it's not a hard job. There's no bark. There'll be one piece of waste at the most on each one when I take a cut to even it out. So, you know, if I'm gonna cut 2 inches to the bottom and it's 7 1/4, well, I might get a 5/4 board off the top of it, and then it'll be 8/4 to the bottom, you know. So there'll be minimum waste. All we're gonna waste is the saw cut and that first cut right off the top. Or if I happen to have one that had a bow in it, I might flatten it out before I saw it, but this stuff looks good. Now, as always, we run a business. We got to make money. How am I going to charge for this? Well, I can just not even do anything and just write down when I started and stay busy and charge them by the hour. But I think I'll probably do all right on the board foot. But I'm gonna charge them both. I'm gonna do it by the hour and see how that works out, and I'm gonna do it by the board foot. Because I run a business, I still got to make money. Now, I'm not going to overcharge him, but I'm also not going to lose money by doing it. If it saws out real good, he gets his money's worth, I'll do it by the board foot. Turns out to be aggravating, it takes more time, well, sorry, you're going to have to pay by the hour. You tell them this up front. You just, you know, don't leave them hanging, just tell them up front. You know, it's a per hour charge or by the board foot, or we'll figure it out. But like I say, he's a returning customer. He knows I take good care of him. He'll get more than his money's worth out of this. But it's just something else you can do. Got it now. I do have one over there that's marked that we found 2 nails in. And they're right on the end, so I either pull the nails out or might just saw 4 inches off of it and not worry about it. I did see some staples. I've sawed this kind of stuff before. We had a customer several years ago. We went mobile milled 3 or 4 times. He was a timber framer, and he was using this kind of stuff to do the exterior on his house. And we saw random, like 1 inch, inch and a half, 2 inch, and he sided his house with those pieces, kind of like a 3-dimensional in and out for his thicknesses, and it turned out good. I was really surprised. But we've done this kind of work before, resawing some West Coast timber frame items. So I think that's enough talking. I need to go to work. So hang on, we'll get this set up, and we'll start making some sawdust. Okay, guys, we got our first log setting up here, or cant, about 7.5 by 5 1/4. Now, these he wanted 8 1/4. Well, 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, it's less than 8. So we'll go 2, 4, 6, 8 plus inch 5 1/4 is 7 1/4. So we can get that out of that. It's right at 7.5. So I'll take a clearing cut at just a smidge over 7 1/4. I'll take a 5 1/4 board, then I'll take 3 8 1/4 boards, and that'll be it. Looks like a piece of Ponderosa pine or something. It's not local to here. It was imported. So let's flip everything on. We'll cut one, see how it behaves. That's the total amount of waste out of that. So we did very well. Turn that off. Customer ended up with a 5 1/4 board, a 6 1/4 board, or 8, excuse me, another 8, another 8. Exactly what they wanted. Wood looks good. Better use it like this than to, I hate to see it go up and smoke, you know, and burn pile somewhere. That's mighty good stuff. Okay, unfortunately, I got about an hour before lunch. Matthew had an appointment today. If you don't know, and all our channel members should know by now, give all the glory to the good Lord. They've tried for a long time. Matthew and Caitlin are gonna have a baby. It's a little after my birthday in October, so I told her she needs to kind of cook it up real quick, come out in the middle of the month, we'll be good. But anyway, I'm thankful and overjoyed at the opportunity to be a grandfather again. I have 4 grandkids now, and I wouldn't mind having a dozen of them. Might have to get some more kids. I think they've refused to have that many. But anyway, if y'all don't know by now, you know, give Matthew and Caitlin a big shout out and congratulations. So I'm gonna hush. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna put you on time lapse. You can see this pile I got over here. What it is, I put some of the short ones on the lift arms, and then I set the pallet, the forks right up on top of them, and I can just slide them this way. They are cants, but these are kiln dried cants, so they're not that heavy, and they're West Coast cedar, Ponderosa pine, and something else. You know, it's all lightweight stuff. So I'm gonna drop you on time lapse, and I'm gonna run through these before lunch, hopefully. So hang in there, guys. I greatly appreciate you watching. Okay guys, I went and shut the camera off after that long time lapse that it had cut off, so I don't know how much we missed, but it's been exactly an hour and 25 minutes. I sawed through that non-stop. That's what we got here so far. Either 2-inch 8/4 stuff or 5/4, 1.25 inch, and I got it all laced together to make a nice stack out of it. I got some long pieces here I got to stack on top and get a rough scale on it and divide that versus by the hour, and we'll see where we're at. So give me a minute to get this kind of finalized, and we'll be right back and talk about it. Okay guys, I'm back. I got it all stacked up. Let me take the camera over here. It's kind of a messed up stack. Got 2-inch, 1.25 inch stuff. I tried to weave it all in there and get it good and tight for him. I'm gonna strap it up. It'll be ready for him to take home. A few gaps here and there, but it's stuck together pretty tight. For all you guys out west, Midwest, upper Midwest, you saw this ponderosa pine, lodgepole pine, West Coast cedar. You turkeys got it made. That stuff saws like butter. We ain't got nothing right here saws that easy. Even poplars takes a little more effort than that, but enjoy what you got. Let's talk about board footage. Now I squared this off and measured the cube and did the board footage on it. I was surprised. It's double what I thought. Flat stacked like that, that's 850 board feet. It's pretty good. I sawed through it in an hour and a half, and you could take, there's some boards there that didn't make 1.25 inch, but they were 3/4, and I threw them on there. He's paying for me to saw them so he can take them home. He's a woodworker, he'll use them. You could have took what I wasted, chopped it up in 12-inch pieces, and dropped it in a paper grocery sack. Now that, I like sawing like that. There's no waste, but all the waste had already been made when they sawed the trees into these timbers, and I'm just resawing them into boards. So let's talk about cost on this job. Cost by the board foot versus just a straight hourly rate. If I'd done this by the hour, I'd be shortchanging myself. Really, I would, a lot. This job, and I knew it pretty well from the beginning, would be better suited by doing it by the board foot, because it yielded real good. Customer got exactly what he wanted. He's not getting overcharged. He's going to pay by the board foot, but I adequately get paid for my work. Now remember this, you know, I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about you too. I'm adequately getting paid for my work, my expertise, knowing how to do it, and everything you see around here costs money to keep it up. You know, it's I got a cousin been self-employed for 35 years, I guess, whatever. We talked over the years. I understand his pain now. It's every day something's going out, you know. The more you got up running, the more you got to repair. You know, we've worked on that John Deere. We've worked on that Caterpillar. Worked on my Massey Ferguson, had to put a battery in it. Batteries lasted for 5 or 6 years, and went out there to crank it and just, you know, one of them things that just pooped out. I had to work on the mill last week. Had a adjustment on one of the guide rollers, the little bolt that you move it up and down with, just sheared off. We put a set of bearings in the drive side, you know, week before last. I just ordered $300 worth of stuff yesterday off Amazon. And I'm not poor mouthing, I'm just telling you it's cost doing business. The more stuff you got running, the more stuff's gonna break. And that's why you can't do these little jobs for nothing. You know, you have to have a labor rate and stay to it. You know, if you can't stay to it, maybe you need to pass the job on. Pass it on to somebody. I got plenty of sawyer friends around here, and if it's something I can't do, running a full-time business, and they're just kind of sidelining, I'll let them go do it. They're happy to put that amount of money in their pocket and go on. But you know, I got a lot of things going here that, and you do too. If you're running a sawmill business or any other kind of business, you got to maintain those. So that's why you can't just do this job for nothing. There has to be and I'm not gouging anybody. You know, this is where we got to be, and this is where we're going to stay. And if your job falls under that, either I'm going to raise the price on the job or I'm going to pass. And every now and then you'll hit a job that exceeds expectations. The logs we brought, the customer brought, was excellent. Maybe they were all straight, they sawed good, and you saw above, you know, your daily average. Then, hey, that's a good day, because there's going to be a lot of days that you're down there below. Because we saw it, I saw it a set rate. And if things happen, things break, and I don't maintain where I need to be that day, I don't just overcharge the customer. I got to sleep at night. So I hope that explains it a little bit. You know, we don't talk about costs because everybody's cost is different. My costs in North Carolina are different from the guy in Maine or out in Utah or California. You know, I get people all the time on Wood-Mizer page, what do I charge? Well, you're going to have to go out and find that out for your area. By no means do you want to be the cheapest, but you don't want to price yourself out of the market either. I see people selling wood all across the country at astronomical prices, and I'm like, Lord, how do they do that? And then I see people selling the same wood in some backwater area, and they're giving it away. But they may not be giving it away in their market. That may be all it's worth. That's all they can get. So it's a learning game. You're not going to get it your first day. You're going to make mistakes. But remember this. You never have to overcharge the customer. If you overbid a job and you get done and you feel a little guilty about it, give them some money back. But you can't get done with a job and say, hey, man, that was more than I expected. I need a little more money. I just pay you stupid tax, write it up as a lesson learned, and move on. So, got any questions, comments, leave them below. We get tons of comments. I try to answer them all. Every now and then I'll get one that's, you know, real particular that maybe you ought to go find your own answer on that one. But I try, you know, if it's a sawmilling type question, I'll do my best to answer it. We're not going to talk prices, because what I do is different than what you're going to have to do. But I'll do my best to help you. We sawed all this up with a Wood-Mizer Turbo 7. If you hadn't tried one of those blades, I'd highly recommend them. We buy those from Joe Maine. He works for Industrial Cutting Tools out of South Georgia. They do some parts now. They're kind of evolving of what exactly they do for Wood-Mizer, but they do sell blades. They do sell all kind of sharpening equipment. If you're running a Wood-Mizer MP 260, 360, they sell knives and blades. They resharpen knives and blades for that. They don't do sawmill blade resharpening yet, or bandsaw blades. And they do sell some parts, and they are a commercial dealer for Wood-Mizer. If you're looking at a big mill, was that a WM 2500 or whatever, they sell and support those. But they're just telling you they're good people, good company to deal with. They ship all over. Solomon, him and Matthew do all our editing of our videos. They won't allow me to touch them. They tell me I talk too much, it'd take too long for me to edit. They're probably right. But if you get a chance, check out Solomon's YouTube channel, Third Beard Fishing. He's down in Florida. Hopefully we'll get to go see him, since all he does is fish. So I guess when we go see him, we'll have to go fishing. But I won't catch something big. Guys, we appreciate you watching. Never would have imagined a year ago what this YouTube channel means to me personally. I thoroughly enjoy standing in front of this camera talking to you. And if you was here, I'd enjoy talking to you too. That's one of the things I have to work on, get customers come by and just chat. And I enjoy that. But at the end of the day, we got to work. We're running a business, got to make money, got to keep the lights turned on. We appreciate all you do. Maybe one day soon we'll get some hats and t-shirts. I'm thinking about it. Just hadn't done it yet. We're putting all our effort into this motor planer build, trying to get that up and running. And I do promise you there'll be a lot of videos on running that thing. Because I, as a YouTube consumer, have been looking for videos on running one of those, and they don't exist. So I promise you, we'll make some. That's going to do it, guys. We greatly appreciate you watching. If you would, please like, subscribe, share. Tell your friends about us. You know, we're trying to grow. We're not looking to be YouTube stars, but, you know, every little bit helps. We're running a business here, and every dollar helps, and we greatly appreciate you watching, and we'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.